Welcome, everyone, to the All Around Podcast. Today's episode 28. Today's date is November 5th, 2017. I am Nick. With me, as always, is the lovely, delightful, always friendly, Jeremy.
Hi, how you doing?
So, Jeremy, we have a bunch of kind of random stuff.
It's a lot of random stuff. There were a lot of announcements.
It's
a lot of games.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I mean, we can talk about a bit. It's really going to be a bullet pointy one, though, because it's nothing links...
Not too much discussion
too much to other stuff, but, I mean, there's enough information that the people need to know what the hell's going on. So obviously, the most hype thing.
Yes.
Out of all of the game releases, the most hype one by far, Just Dance 2018. So Jeremy, I know.
So Nick,
I know you've been so amped to talk about the bullet point review.
Absolutely, I've been playing it so much. It's so much fun. Can't wait.
So what?
I think I've shed like 25 pounds in 3 days. It's crazy.
So what are the review scores?
Well, this is the review for Switch because none of the other ones got reviews because I don't think anybody bought it this year. It's at 71% on Metacritic with a 5.8 user score.
That debate.
Because,
the community's divided.
Well, there's some dude, I don't know, some house DJ, and like this house DJ for the game is like somebody nobody's heard of, and he like makes a rap out of like the campaign that Just Dance has, and it's
just Dance has a campaign.
Yeah, apparently. So a lot of the songs in this one weren't big songs.
Got it.
They were like shitty underground songs that people didn't know, and then like 24 Karat Magic, like. Whoa, wonderful. Oh, and hand claps in it. And apparently...
it's like we have all house rock. Oh, we got one Bruno Mars.
yeah, one Bruno Mars. And then apparently hand claps in it. And one of the reviews said that for the song Hand Clap, you wave your hips back and forth.
Instead
and then just
clap.
do the 5 claps.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
That's
like,
awesome.
That's the whole song. So
I could 5-star.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Do you 5-star in that game?
I don't know.
I don't even know. Do you just percent?
You get a rating. So
the rating is, thank God you bought it.
The rating is, we're running low. We still put this on the Wii. So, yeah. So, in case you were wondering, Just Dance 2018 was released on Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, the Nintendo Wii, the Nintendo Wii U, and the Nintendo Switch.
I'm still waiting for the 3DS launch.
The 3DS, I'm waiting for Vita.
Yep.
I'm waiting for PC. I don't know why I haven't done PC yet. I'm waiting for like mobile and cable. Just get it on Xfinity.
I'm waiting for VR. I love how
would you see?
You see all the colors, all the rainbow shit background, all the background. You see that's all psychedelic, it makes you trip out.
I'm getting a headache just from thinking.
And then your whole body is glowing like they do in the game. Like you're literally just emanating.
You're just like, oh my god, what's happening?
But stupidly enough, you still need the move controllers.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, wonderful. Yeah. So this would be this episode's It's a Game.
Yeah,
because it's still
the whole podcast is labeled "It's a Game."
Yeah, episode 28. It's a game.
Yep.
1,000 times over.
Mm-hmm. So some other cool announcements, though, right?
Oh, by the way, real quick though. So, Just Dance still releases at $40 on the Wii.
Yes,
that's insane. $40.
I believe. Listen, if people are still buying it. They're still making it for the Wii, which is the top-grossing console, I think, still for it.
Yeah, for it.
Yeah.
More people bought it on the Wii than any other console this year. It's 2018.
I still believe it.
Help us.
Well, what I still find funny... Well, I guess after I just thought about it, it makes sense. Because the only thing I found weird was that they never made a gold version. Because they've been doing the gold version.
Well, yeah, that's
because of the... There's no...
Yeah, there's no... Yeah, it's just whatever, man. Whatever. Things be happening, I guess. All right.
Oh, jeez.
So
other stuff.
Yeah, so there was a small announcement. Nintendo did a Nintendo Direct this past week for Animal Crossing, but it was their Animal Crossing mobile game. I already don't remember what it's called.
We'll just call it mobile.
Yeah, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It takes all the elements from Animal Crossing, kind of combines it a little bit with what was that game on the phone, the Mii one?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. I never downloaded it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't remember what it's called.
But the Mii
anyway, yeah,
the Miiverse one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what it was called. Yeah.
Anyway, so it's like you get to do the same things you would in Animal Crossing, but there's a lot of things that are like timed with it. So there's like different energy that you have like you do in certain games and stuff like that.
Like most app games, it has a very app game setup. I mean, listen, if it takes off even half as good as like Fire Emblem Heroes and stuff, it should be.
Yeah, and they'll probably put in a reward system for their stuff, just like they did with Fire Emblem and Super Mario Run.
Yeah.
So, but unlike Pokemon Go and like Fire Emblem and Mario, it is actually a Nintendo mobile game, so which is pretty cool.
Yes.
Another major announcement, but a small one, is that PUBG is actually, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yep. I was gonna bust it if you didn't.
Yeah. It's been a game for a little while on PC. It is finally coming to consoles.
Yeah, extremely popular game.
Yes, extremely popular.
Well, console. For now.
Yeah, it's coming to the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Comes to the Xbox One on December 12th. It's going into game preview though, so it's not going to be a full release yet. It's going to be $30.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say it's going to be glitchy, but I mean it's not going to be a full game. They are going to be working things out. You should expect to have issues with it that they will later fix.
But I'm still so amped for it.
Absolutely, I cannot wait. And the game, despite it not having very great graphics on PC, it will be an Xbox One X enhanced game.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of that,
yeah, the Xbox One X.
Yeah, the Xbox comes out on Tuesday.
It's gonna be
2 days.
Really, I mean, people are still super amped for it.
Yeah,
my thing is, and I think me and Jeremy both, I think we're really excited to kind of go in on it. I mean, like we'll have a whole video for that because obviously it's going to be a really big thing.
Part of the festival.
Yes, but I think the real debate, which I just have, and I just want to specifically say it before it comes out to kind of make the point, is it's going to be really interesting because I really hope it has enough subtlety in its upgrades to really still feel like something new.
Yeah, I think it will.
You know what I mean? No, and I think so too. I just really hope.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Like, they already talked about having a whole new startup menu, and the dashboard's going to be slightly different, and things like that. So I think it'll be enough that we'll kind of get it. What's really cool is the Project Scorpio Edition box for it has a big X on it that looks like the original Xbox.
Yes,
and it's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Which I brought this up before. I never brought it up on here, but the acronym for Xbox One X is Xbox, which is I don't know if that was intentional, but that's kind of cool.
I've seen that a lot now.
Little nifty thing.
It's that kind of went back.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. All right.
Yeah, it was kind of flipping scripts.
Yeah, so we went from Just Dance and shittiness to Nintendo to Xbox, and now Sony had their Paris Games Week conference, which is, for those of you that don't know, it's France's E3 essentially. Microsoft didn't go this year. Sony did. They had like a weird little like thing that they were like, yeah, we're going live, and everybody thought it was like, oh, this is the big press conference, but it was like 3 people sitting behind a desk talking about like Spelunky 2 and Guacamelee 2, and everybody was like, this is stupid. So it was cool. They announced like little indie games like that. But then they actually did a conference that people didn't quite expect them to do, at least not on my end.
Well, no, totally. It was definitely a surprise.
Yeah.
Well, especially because I think hearing Xbox pulled out, it was like, oh, so it's going to be way more low key this year.
Yeah, and I mean, they even announced they were just like, we're gonna take what we did at E3 and we're totally extending it. And I'm just like, Guacamelee 2 and Spelunky 2,
nailed it.
Great, that's extending what you did at E3.
Which I will say, it's still, even with the announcements, I think it's still 50-50. It was awesome, but
it was an extended of E3.
It totally was, and also too, just to kind of put a disclaimer because there's a bunch of games that got extended stuff. But the only, the only complaint I had about it was all trailers.
Yes. And it was all stuff we already knew.
Yes.
Well, most of it we already knew.
Well, and the thing is, like, we got new trailers for a lot. So we saw a lot more new stuff, which got us hyped. But the only thing is, like, God damn it, you couldn't give me 5 minutes of gameplay. Like, just nothing made, like, I don't need the E3 event. I don't need, like,
God
the
of War
full...
was gameplay.
Yes, but, I'm still having issues with that gameplay because I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing HUD menus. You know you're going to have a health bar.
Yes.
I hate when games try to, like, play off, like, no, we're all, like, real now. You're going to see what the character... It's like, first of all, it's third person. No one realistically sees over Kratos' shoulder the entire game. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like you're going to see a health bar and stuff. So give me that so I know what the game is actually going to look like. Like, it was the same thing with, which we didn't see, but, like, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Like, we're seeing so much awesome shit. But I'm not seeing the health bar and shit. Like, give me the actual game. I'm seeing engine, but give me actual shit. Anyway, sorry. So a bunch of trailers happened.
So I guess we'll just go down the list in the way that we wrote them.
Makes them
so Spider-Man got a new trailer, which is really cool because they actually you get to play as Peter Parker.
Yes.
And Miles Morales is in the game, and I'm super excited. So I'm actually I can't wait to play this.
Dude, I think the game's gonna be so good. Yes. Like already, even from that first E3 trailer, and then plus with this one, that they're really. I mean, that's the real thing.
It's Insomniac, so
that's what I'm saying. That's the thing with Spider-Man that's always bothered me. Is like you've gotten cool Spider-Man quips and stuff like that, but I think this one is really going to actually have a full developed Peter Parker / Spider-Man game.
Yes.
Not just Spider-Man, you're slinging on walls and doing a bunch of action shit. Cool. No, it's an open world environment that you can actually alter ego as both, and then develop shit for both characters. You know?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Going off of Spider-Man, something else that I just remembered reading, the newest cover for Game Informer is getting delayed because it's an announcement.
Oh, okay.
And it's an announcement from Rocksteady. And a lot of people are speculating that we're getting the next Batman game.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a Superman game.
Oh.
So.
Oh, that's. Ooh.
Yeah. So Rocksteady. So just speaking of Spider-Man, it just made me think of that. But Rocksteady making a Superman game. First of all, I don't like Superman. Second of all, I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah, it's so hard to make a game with him. It's so hard to make a game with him because he's just so OP. It's how do you make a game difficult with the most broken fucking character? Because the thing is here's first of all, I've never felt like a Superman game that's ever been put out was good. Because you have weird limiters that just make the game difficult when realistically if you look at that, be Superman could just do this. Now here's what I do want to say. Rocksteady destroyed it with Batman Arkham series.
Yes.
You felt like Batman, the situations they put you in were a good setup. The conflicts were realistic to the unrealistic scenarios that you were going up against. You know what I mean? And it felt like a good challenge. I don't know how you're going to do that properly with Superman.
I think they should have just done Nightwing.
They could do Nightwing. They could keep continuing off of the Arkham series, do it that way.
They could do Green Arrow.
They could do... Yep. They could do Arrow. They could do Flash. Yeah. Flash would be really cool. They could do Wonder Woman. Because of, obviously, the movie just landed really well.
They could do Teen Titans.
They could do Teen Titans, which would be fucking
insane.
Awesome. Yeah. So good. That's how you get a good balance of shit.
Yep.
And you can pick between different characters, do shit like that.
Each one has a different storyline.
I still would like to see, which I don't know if, for Rocksteady it'd be weird because they just so much focus on one city and area, but I'd love to see a really good Green Lantern game.
Oh, yeah.
With actual space travel. That'd be fucking rad.
Yeah, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
So now we're speculating and going crazy. But so we'll see what that announcement is in a little bit. It could not be anything related to them. Rocksteady could just do a new game.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do.
It could
not be Batman.
It could not be superhero related at all. It could just be a totally new thing.
So going off of that, so the Spider-Man trailer, then they did the God of War trailer, which the God of War trailer was really, really cool because they shown off Soul Eaters, which were pretty neat.
Yeah.
So there was all that. We got a little bit of gameplay for both Kratos and the kid. Artemis? What the hell is this? Artemis. Yeah.
Not Artemis, because it's a whole different thing.
So it looks really good. It looks like it's going to be super intense, just like every other God of War. So I'm really excited for it. They didn't give us a release date. They just said early next year, so it's between March and May.
Well, one thing that was interesting, too, is, you're definitely seeing adult Kratos. You're definitely seeing a mood change with him even, avoiding the fight and stuff like that in the trailer. So it's, it's really cool.
And then there was some talk, because we still don't really know who this kid's mom is. There was talk about how the kid's mom taught him about the Soul Eaters, and that Kratos was
I still thought it was the chick from the first trailer. I think so. I don't think they're gonna go I don't think it's gonna be plot twisty like that.
I'm kind of hoping it is.
Well, let me word it this way. I think God of War is always known for their plot twists.
Yes.
And I think they are going to have one.
Yeah.
I do not think the kid's mom is going to be, or let me say it this way. It's not going to be, his mom is a different mom.
Yeah.
If anything, his mom might be a demon.
Yeah.
Then it might be fuck, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's going to be something simple. Simple.
But yeah, so that's next year sometime.
Mm-hmm.
We'll skip this one. We'll do that one last.
No, definitely. Best for last.
Yeah. So then they talked about Detroit Become Human. It's made by Quantic Dream.
Yep.
Quantum Dream. Quantum. Yeah, Quantic's not a word.
Yep.
Quantum Dream, the same company that did Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain.
Yep.
So it is another type of those games where you can go through and you make decisions and you do different things, and every single thing you do has a different outcome from the game.
Amazing games.
They showed that off in the trailer.
It's
like
so good.
They had okay, this is what happens if you do this. This is what happens if you do that.
Different path branches, which they did a little bit at E3, but it's good to really get a full.
We met brand new characters in this one. Yeah. A whole bunch of new stuff. And it looked really, really good.
Well, that's what I think is really cool about with Detroit, which I think is so much different from Beyond and Heavy Rain, is you're getting a huge roster of characters.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to get, like, really good... I think this one is... I think with this game in particular, you're way more focused on getting really detailed stories on a bunch of characters to then overall get a good story. Whereas opposed to the other two, so focused on, like, one and or two main characters driving the whole thing.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot. So I'm super excited to play this game. Again, no release date, just sometime next year.
Still AMP though.
Oh, absolutely.
And that you know what? It's good. No pressure on street date. Give me an amazing product, and I'll pick it up whenever it comes out.
Yeah, absolutely. Then they talked about Shadow of the Colossus. They gave us some gameplay. Shadow of the Colossus looks amazing.
Yep.
It's coming out in February, which is awesome. It's like February 12th. Super, super cool. The game looks incredible. Yeah. Like, it is like one of the biggest upgrades to a remake that I've seen in a little while.
Well, even back in the day, it was one of the most beautiful games I played on PS2.
Yeah, and then they remade it on PS3, and now they're remaking it on PS4. But instead of, PS3 was just like an HD remaster.
Just an upscale,
an entire remake, and it just looks awesome. So I'm super excited. Yeah. Then they showed off Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter World got a little bit of gameplay. PlayStation exclusive, you get to play as Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yep.
So that's really cool.
So good.
She fits perfectly in that universe.
I mean, even the trailer. I mean, like, because sometimes when you see characters that are from different franchises, you're like, oh, like, even though they blend in with the environment, it's like it looks out of place. It looks like she 100% belongs in that game. You even get for the Neko pet. Yeah. It's even one of the machines.
Oh,
which I thought, it's one of the machine. It's like a machine version of the cat, which is so cool. It's awesome. Cool. It's a really cool detail.
And then going off that, they also showed off the new trailer for Frozen Wilds, Horizon Zero Dawn's expansion, which comes out this week.
Yes.
Yeah, super, super soon. So I'm excited for that too. I still need to beat Horizon Zero Dawn, but I still want to play the expansion at some point because the game's just amazing.
Yep. You gotta get through that 80-year gap though of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And Mario. Wolfenstein.
Battlefront.
Lego Marvel.
So many games! Yeah. The Okami HD remake.
Sonic Forces. There's a lot. I'm dying a little bit inside.
So anyway,
still trying to play games from February.
So let's wrap up the
so there's that.
Sony.
Now, Sony had two big announcements. Well, we can talk about this then too.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
This was technically Sony.
Yeah.
Destiny 2's expansion.
First expansion.
Curse of Osiris got announced officially. They gave us some gameplay, told us a couple new things. Comes out December 5th. They're raising the main level to 25, and they're raising the power level to 330, 335 with mods.
Yep. At least speculating.
Yeah, speculating. Osiris is a guardian, which is really cool because I didn't think I thought Osiris was going to be like some crazy demon god person thing.
Because I was going to say lore people pretty much knew, but it is good that they're coming up front with it now and locking shit in. Which is
so you have to go to Mercury, you have to find Osiris, and the trailer makes it seem like you can get Osiris to be a good guy or you can get him to be a bad guy. And I don't exactly know how that's going to play out, but I think it's going to add a pretty good story.
Oh, yeah, I definitely think it's going to involve a lot.
So, Destiny's on a pretty good streak with their storytelling from this one so far.
Yes. So, I mean, that's what's super weird right now. Destiny's in such an odd limbo right now because the community got so divided with this whole Activision thing.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother thing I even forgot to bring up. We can talk about that at the end. Because you hear about the whole new thing with that. So we can bring that up too. But the community's still really divided. I mean, the community for Destiny is still dropping
Yes.
It's very subtly, but it's happening because they're not really doing anything crazy new.
Right.
Even post Prestige Raid, which people have been getting through now, but it's still like I beat the Prestige Raid, but there's nothing to keep me there right now. Yeah.
It's kind of just like, all right, I'm done for now.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. When Season 2 drops before the DLC, I'm definitely going to check it back out. But there's not anything that's like gripping me right now. So
and there's so many other things that, I mean, it's just like Activision knows, like, okay, everybody was playing Destiny, and then Activision just put out Call of Duty. So
exactly.
Like, okay, people are going to play this shooter, so kind of like, let's back off on this one to pull them back in later.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, so 2 major things got announced at Sony's conference.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is a brand new IP. Comes from Sucker Punch Studios, which are the same people that did Sly Cooper and Infamous.
Mm-hmm.
It's called, I'm totally going to botch the name for this, but I'm going to try.
Go for it.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad.
I don't know. I mean, Tsushima. I'm not saying it right. You can correct me. But it is a open world samurai, what seems to be hack and slash game set in feudal Japan. It looks incredible.
Mm-hmm.
They showed off in-game footage, and they basically told us, they were like, this is how you are going to see this game when you're playing it, and it looks like a cinematic trailer that was put out. Like, it looks insane.
Yeah.
And
I really cool.
cannot wait for this game. I didn't think I was going to be excited for a game like that, but like this looks incredible, and I'm going to put so much time into it.
Yeah. As long as they keep the story super intense, which it looks really intense. Just
the trailer was intense. The trailer's just like insane.
So it should be really good.
So it should be fun. But the big thing that we need to talk about is the Last of Us 2 trailer that they put out, which I didn't know it was The Last of Us right away. I don't know if you did, but
I definitely got the vibe of it.
But I was just like, maybe this is The Last of Us, maybe this is Days Gone.
That's exactly what I was debating. Like, as I was seeing it, I was like, oh, wow. But then the second I saw, like, the characters, like, not even the characters that tie in, but, like, just, like, characters in general, I was like, I'm getting more Last of Us vibe.
Mm-hmm. But it's a brutal trailer. Like, you see them take a hammer to some chick's elbow and just, like...
and you're watching it.
Yeah, you're watching it happen. Like, it's just
it's not like a cutaway thing, and then you kind of presume they are. I mean, this game. I mean, they've said that even when they put out the first trailer. Yeah. This game is vengeance and hatred. Yes. That is what this game is.
I mean, you watch them basically try to hang somebody, and it's brutal, but it looks like they are coming along with this very nicely. And I cannot wait until this game comes out.
I mean, it's hyper realistic over like what would happen in that environment. It's fucking crazy, and it's like,
and it makes me want to go back and just play the first one again.
Oh, I'm definitely
out of all the games that are coming out right now, I really just want to go home and play The Last of Us.
See, the thing is, I want to go back and play it right now, but I want to wait until we actually exactly
and they give us a release date.
Yeah, that's
or like a release year. We don't have a release year yet. This game could be 2019. It probably will be 2019.
Really? I'm still thinking 2018.
Really? Well, see, when they gave us the first trailer though, which was at was that E3?
Yeah, it was E3.
Yeah. Was it E3 or PlayStation Experience?
They did their tease thing for PlayStation Experience, but the actual trailer where she's singing is E3.
That was E3. Yeah. So like they said they were like now in development, which was like a Kingdom Hearts kind of thing. It's like, okay,
but
7 years later.
But you know it's Sony.
Yes, and it's Naughty Dog. Exactly. And Naughty Dog's like on top of it.
Exactly. So. I see end of the year 2018.
Okay.
I see it taking like, I feel like before even the game comes out, there's not going to be any game that tries to compete.
Yeah.
And you're just going to see that 2-week gap where it just drops.
It's just The Last of Us and that's it.
It's game of the year. It fucking destroys shit and it just like leaves shit in its wake. And then maybe you see like Call of Duty go like, hey, we're gonna put out another. This one's Vietnam.
Hey, it's Black Ops 4.
No, it's gonna be. I'm guessing Vietnam.
No, I'm guessing Black Ops 4.
Well, yeah, they'll alternate, and then the next 2019 will be Vietnam. That's my guess.
No, 2019 will be the sequel to Infinite Warfare.
I don't know if they will, based off how bad Infinite Warfare was.
If anything, they're gonna do Black Ops 4, but I can almost see Black Ops 4 going back in time to do Vietnam. Where it's still a Black Ops game, and it's still made by Treyarch, but instead of it being in the future, it'll deal with characters that we have met and their ancestors that fought in Vietnam.
So kind of like how Black Ops 1 first was, where it's like flashbacky?
Yes.
Where you're getting like both aspects.
Where Black Ops was a sequel to World at War. And then we get Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. Can they just...
Not to get too crazy, I just know what game is definitely not getting a sequel now, speaking of Call of Duties. Advanced Warfare 2.
Oh yeah, no way. Yep, that's already out the gate. Yeah, poor.
There's
poor
rumors.
things.
There's rumors that they're trying to cut him out of the game.
Yeah, we're talking about Kevin Spacey, by
which
the way.
is no. I mean, there's no way, in my opinion, you could make that game.
Yeah,
and cut him entirely out of it.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Yeah, Jesus.
So I'm just hoping that Treyarch decides to not do World at War 2 next year. Because that's what everybody's calling this one anyway.
I'd be so
like,
amped.
Call of Duty World War 2. Call of Duty World at War 2. It's like, no, can we not do that?
I have still people who are like, who I just talked to about it, who even still say like, yeah, that the new Modern Warfare. I'm like, what? It's World War II, motherfucker.
Can I get the new Black Ops?
Yeah. What? It's like,
what are you talking? What?
Even
what you talk about?
COD, bro? Like it's so simple.
Crazy.
But yeah, goddamn.
Yeah. So anyway, The Last of Us 2 looks amazing.
Yes.
Cannot wait for that. Another game got announced that wasn't really announced at the conference.
It just got dropped.
Sony talked about it and they're sharing it because of course they're doing the marketing for it. UFC 3 got announced, comes out, which was kind of announced before. Like EA said, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna make this game."
Yeah, but now it's actually.
It comes out at the end of January if you get the Championship pre-order edition, or it comes out in February. It's like February 2nd or something, 2nd or 3rd.
It's cool.
For Xbox and PlayStation. Games. Yeah, it's cool. Still want Fight Night.
Yes.
But no Fight Night. We just keep getting UFC. Because, whatever. Maybe they'll put Mayweather in UFC, though.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, especially after the whole McGregor thing now. So
yeah. So that's the thing. There's two, one announcement I want to talk about that I forgot about, and I wrote it down while we were doing this. Razer, the, not like Motorola Razer, Razer, like the gaming accessory company for PCs, decided they were going to make a smartphone for gamers. It's a very interesting phone. It's slated to come out early next year. It has a screen about the same size as an iPhone 6 or 7 Plus or whatever.
So pretty big screen.
So it's a pretty big screen. But it's not the full front because on the top and the bottom, or the left and the right, because the phone's supposed to be held horizontally when you're gaming, it has front-facing speakers. The speakers actually point up at you. And they use the Dolby Atmos sound, which is really cool for a phone. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM. It has a 16 megapixel camera. It's got dual tone flash and stuff like that. Like everything you would want in a phone. Yeah. It just also has games. And in the trailer for the phone, they showed off like Street Fighter and Dead or Alive and like racing games that look like Gran Turismo. Apparently the screen will display in 4K, so it's going to be a 4K screen.
Damn.
So games will play in 4K. I have a feeling that this phone is going to cost a lot of money. Especially, yeah, and especially because the gigabyte size for it is standard at 64, and that's the lowest. And you can get it up to a 500 gig phone, which is insane. It's going to come apparently with a really small controller that you can use, and you can get other Razer controllers. But the biggest thing is that they announced that you will be able to use Razer mice and keyboards to play on your phone.
Here's the thing. So I think this is a good idea right out the gate. But then the more details I get, the more nervous I get. Because I want to put it this way. From being especially...
Oh, also, real quick, it's not going to run on Android. It's going to have its own OS. Yes. So it's not Apple, it's not Android, it's not Google, it's its own thing.
Which is that was the worst news I heard about.
Yes.
Because I was even going to bring that up. So, the one thing that when I first heard about, though, I thought it was cool. Because especially this year, and this is just me personally, this year I have been more locked in with app games than ever. Just because I don't know why, it's like, especially like the biggest two that I've been going back and forth between, I'm honestly going between like 5, but the biggest two I'm going between is Fire Emblem Heroes and then Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Those are my two that I've been like fucking religiously playing all the time. So when it comes to like app games and phone games, yeah, I'm definitely playing a lot more. So when I heard about this, I was like, oh cool, they're really gearing a phone that then, obviously if that's what you're doing mostly on your phone, and I mean obviously with 4K and shit, like obviously your YouTube videos are going to be fucking gorgeous. Yeah. Plus you're getting actual speakers, so it can feel like you're watching a movie and shit. So I was all for that when I first heard about it. The features they're doing with it, though, in my opinion, go from cool to what the fuck.
Yeah.
First of all, if I'm plugging in a mouse and a keyboard, why the fuck am I not just getting a computer?
Right.
And especially because, let's be real, this phone, because most iPhones and Galaxies fetch for what? $700, $800?
The iPhone X is $1,000.
There we go. you can get a PC for that money.
Yeah.
So at that point, just get a fucking PC.
Right.
Who the fuck is plugging in a keyboard and a mouse?
Yeah.
Bluetooth. We'll say Bluetooth.
Yeah.
It could be USB. Let's just bullshit and say Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So you get a Bluetooth fucking setup on your fucking screen this big.
Yeah.
When your keyboard is fucking 8 times the size. Like, what the fuck? And of course, they'll probably make a keyboard conducive and probably a lot better.
Yeah.
But, still, I just find it fucking weird. Like, that's the only thing. Like, my thought was that they were really going to go and gear it specifically towards app-based games.
Well, I mean, yeah, they are, but you can also
totally
use all that other stuff.
Exactly. But my thing is, though, too, because it's Razer, they're
Right.
gearing it toward a whole new experience.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, too, because of the new operating system. That's not going to be iOS or Android.
Which worries me.
Well, that's the other thing, too. The second I heard that, then it killed it.
Right.
Because I go, all of my app games are off Android and specifically saved off Android because it's a different setup.
Right.
And I said, cool, so even the app games that I would love to play on it, I can't.
Right.
So I was like, fuck that. So it's interesting. I want it to be closer to when it comes out, too, because I'd love to see actual more details and breakdowns. And I'd love to actually see, one thing I was surprised when
How it works.
That, and also, I can't believe that they didn't do, like, a game list.
Oh, right.
Here are the first 20 titles.
Yep.
Day fucking want a phone. Like,
Well,
that,
they're just waiting on Bethesda.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
Skyrim on the phone.
Skyrim for Razer. Yeah.
They're gonna fucking do it.
Skyrim, Razer.
They're so gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Absolutely, 100%.
November 5th, we're calling it today Skyrim on the fucking Razer phone.
Absolutely.
God damn it. Oh, my God. It's gonna upset me so much.
Yep, and then they're gonna wind up doing like, hey, you know how like Pokemon did Pokemon Go? And then Square Enix did like Lara Croft Go?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're gonna do Skyrim Go.
They did Lara Croft Go?
Yeah, it's Tomb Raider Go. It's like...
What?
Yeah, it's not Go like Pokemon Go.
It's like Temple Run?
Kind of. They did Hitman and Tomb Raider and something else.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like a little puzzle game. That's it. Just like you just tap things and it moves there and I don't know, it's whatever. It's stupid.
I always love when you describe dumb shit. Because just always like, fuck man, that's a thing. It's to fucking put a thing in a puzzle. It's a fucking goddamn
whatever. It's just
goddamn
whatever.
shit.
But yeah, Skyrim will be like, hey, like pick your armor and then hit play and then it'll go fight. Oh, you died. Start over.
It gets a phone game and has an auto battle feature.
yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, you want to ride this dragon? Cool. Get on the dragon. Go. 30 seconds later, you land somewhere else. It's like, hey, look at you go, man. You got experience points. Congratulations. Level up.
I would totally play that. They could have that encouragement thing. Like, yeah, man, you fucking did it. You fucking rode a dragon. Good for you. No, the better part is you go to ride the dragon, but then you're out of stamina. And your stamina meter, then you're going to have to wait a day for the stamina meter to refill.
It's like, hey, you can either wait a day or you can pay to get this side quest. That also uses stamina.
Hold on, we're already fucking it up. You're going to have to pay to get the dragon.
Oh, right.
Duh.
Yeah, of course.
Come on.
Yeah.
So anyway, we talked about a lot of kind of like in-between shit.
Yep.
Sony was kind of our second best to last thing.
Yep.
We like beta with PUBG and then Sony. But let's talk about like actually the most like probably hype thing that has been talked about, and that's Blizzard.
Yep, BlizzCon happened.
Yeah.
BlizzCon is a thing.
So many fucking announcements.
A lot of stuff.
All good fucking awesome shit.
Oh, absolutely.
All so good shit.
We'll start with the simple things.
Yes.
So Heroes of the Storm is adding a new map. They're also adding Hanzo and Alexstrasza from World of Warcraft, right?
Warcraft.
Just Warcraft.
Yes.
And Hanzo, obviously, from Overwatch. So those two characters and a brand new map are coming over, so that's really, really cool. Hearthstone is getting a new expansion called Dungeon Run, which is going to have a single-player campaign that lets you, 8 bosses?
Yeah, it pits you against 8 bosses randomly. So what's really nice about that is, because if you haven't been familiar with like Hearthstone for a while, every time they do an expansion, they do some type of single-player campaign. What's really cool with this one, though, is they're just pitting you against 8 randoms, so it always keeps the game interesting. Every run's going to be different. Every strategy you're going to have to do is going to be based a little bit differently. They haven't really talked about, though, because I'm guessing if they are really baiting it toward a raid setup, is I don't know if in between battles you can change out your deck or pick a different deck for a specific battle. I'm not sure yet either. They haven't really talked about it yet. We'll find out closer to the release for it. It's coming out pretty soon. So
yeah, it's like next month.
Yeah.
Then they announced World of Warcraft expansion called Battle for Azeroth. So that's a thing, and so is
World of Warcraft Classic.
Yep.
Which is fucking huge. I mean, there was a huge debate forever about people making essentially bootleg vanilla servers Blizzard wiping them. Pretty much everyone did kind of already know that Blizzard was already going to make something like this.
Yep.
It's really good to get the official announcement. The trailer for it's really cool because they go back through all of the epic trailers and a whole time rewind thing, which was cool. And then kick it off with the like OG original trailer. I'm really looking forward to it. The only thing I'm nervous about is like I just want to see if one, the payment is going to reflect it. And what I mean by that is, so if we're getting vanilla WoW, we're not getting every new expansion, everything.
Right.
And as of this moment, default World of Warcraft is free.
Right.
So I'm very interested to see how they're... Because I'm going to be very realistic. My mental thought for World of Warcraft is, okay, they're going back to basics. They're only having a couple major raids, and they're going back to really simplistic stuff, which I'm all for. Are they going to add in a couple new subtlety armors? Is the new Dungeon Finder stuff going to be new with it? Because those were just kind of basic updates to the game.
Right.
I'm assuming, I mean, like, this is assumed, so it could be different. I'm assuming they're keeping the old skill trees, which people adored like myself. I actually stopped playing World of Warcraft because I got super pissed off that they took away half of my macros and half of my hotkeys and shit.
Right.
And dumbed the game down way too simply. But anyway, I digress. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm very hyped. I'm so glad the announcement's official. But that's all we got. That's all we got was the announcement. We didn't get any type of gameplay. We didn't get any type of details or specs. We got no release date.
Nope.
It could be. You're talking about like this could be a 2019 thing. Easy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah,
but we don't know because it's very annoying because like when you hear that. At default, I just think, oh, they've already had it forever, and people have already been bootlegging
so you
it.
Just think it would just come like that.
Yeah,
but at the same time.
But it's Blizzard, and I know they're going to take their time with it. And I will say this, depending on the information for it, being a guy who's been out of World of Warcraft for probably 5 to 6+ years at this point, I genuinely might go back. Like, this might be the thing to get me.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played
in.
since Pandemonium or whatever.
Mists of Pandaria?
Yeah. No, the panda shit.
Yeah, Mists of Pandaria.
Is that what it was called?
Yes.
I just called it Pandemonium.
It's Mists of Pandaria. When you said Pandemonium, I thought you first meant Cataclysm, which was before that.
No.
Yeah,
I haven't played since the panda shit.
It's Mists of Pandaria. I played halfway through Cataclysm, right when the expansion came out, and then after a couple days, then they did the update where they bylined my skill tree. And I was like, fuck that, because I was a arcane fire mage, and they literally dumbed my skill tree down so far. They in my opinion, they crippled my character. I
started with Panda and just went.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I was just like,
oh my god.
I was like, this is neat.
See, I will say this.
Like a month
I will say this, not to go like too far down the rabbit hole, but like depending on details and specs for it, that would be WoW Classic. That would be a great thing for us to like co-op on.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Oh man. And just sorry, like salty thing. What's really cool about that is. Because I know one thing about Destiny, as you were kind of hopping in new with that like, sometimes you're, like, freaking out, because it's like, fuck, there's so much shit. World of Warcraft will give you, like, oh my god, there's so much shit. But what's super cool is, we could just run whenever. There's not a pressure of, like, by the way, you have to hit 50, because we have to do the raid, you have to do this.
Right.
There is a raid, and there is pressure, but at the same time, it's like, oh, dude, like, are you just questing today? Cool, I'll just hop in. Let me just hop on my fucking, like, mount, and then I'll just meet you up. And it's so cool, like, oh, it's just so awesome. The subtlety of there's always shit to do is, oh, fucking god, I love World of Warcraft. Sorry. Anyway.
So all that happened.
Yeah.
StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty is going free to play.
Which is cool.
Which is pretty cool. The expansions don't count for that yet, but eventually maybe.
Which is cool to get kind of in the basics. I mean, it's in my opinion, it's shitty because it's kind of way over the hill at this point. But for people who are interested in it, it's a really great way to get into it.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, we have the original StarCraft remastered coming back. Eventually, they'll do StarCraft 3 probably.
Oh, definitely.
So, so StarCraft 2 being free is pretty neat.
I think they're intentionally building subtle hype.
Yes.
Like, they're just kind of baiting it and then finally going to drop it. Mm-hmm.
So, that's it, right?
Nope.
Are you sure?
No. Yes, I'm 100% sure. I'm 100% sure.
So, alright, so they did some stuff with Overwatch.
Yes.
They announced a new hero.
Yeah.
Her name is Moira.
The most OP announcement of a hero
of all time. Reaper, Hanzo, Zenyatta, everybody in one.
So she's a super amalgamation of... She's like a fan fiction of if you took all
What was that word?
Amalgamation?
Wow, that's...
Yeah. She's essentially, if you took all the cool parts of a bunch of really cool... If you took a bunch of cool parts from a bunch of cool heroes, Put them all in one. That's exactly what you have.
Yep.
She's
a clusterfuck.
She's a quote unquote for right now labeled as a DPS healer.
Yep.
She's definitely a support class. They already definitely confirmed that.
Yep.
Right when you even see her, she's kind of very cybernetic-y type setup. One of her arms is yellow. The other one has these purple tubes.
Yep.
They can change color depending on what you're doing, which is purple for DPS, yellow for healing.
Yep.
So let's break down a couple elements from each character kind of ability that she has. So for healing, she can throw an up top orb.
Yep.
That has an AoE effect to pin to heroes to then heal them.
Yep.
She does not need to be there once she throws the orb.
Right.
That is a solid, significant item that will go.
Yep.
The question about that is, for a lot of fans, is that an orb that has its own health pool, and then does it take damage and then blow up? Or is it a actual, because obviously it's related to Zenyatta,
right?
Is it a actual Zenyatta orb where if you don't look away, or if you look away from the character long enough, it will go away?
Right.
Still very debated on that.
Or if it just has a timer, it could just go away.
Yes, exactly. We're not sure. We're not sure yet.
We don't know yet.
She has, for her purple stuff, she has DPS, which is a beam that she fires, very similar to like Symmetra's beam with her gun.
Yep.
Except for with this one, which I found very significantly different from her trailer, is about double the distance of what Symmetra's beam is.
Yeah, it's insane.
So I'm assuming the beam does not do as much damage as Symmetra's beam, because that would be fucking insane. But to still have a beam tethered like that is very interesting.
It's kind of like a combination of Zarya and Symmetra's beams put together.
Yes. What's really interesting, too, about just that setup on its own, if it's a beam, that means it penetrates shields.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hitting our first, like, I mean, I'm just trying to think offhand. Yeah, we're definitely, I mean, next to Symmetra, we're hitting our first support character that can burst through shields. Yeah. And she's meant to be a healer, which obviously then means she can tank a lot, a bit more than what Symmetra usually can. You know what I mean?
And she's a big character, too.
Yeah, she's like a tall character. So we have that. So that's obviously a Symmetra type ability.
Yep.
Then we'll go off of her other ability, which is teleporting. So she has a Reaper type style ability. They even show off in the trailer.
Reaper and what's her face? Sombra.
Sombra almost, yeah. She almost even has a Sombra vibe just in general too.
Yeah. I think if you take Zarya and Sombra and put them together, you get this trick.
And it's very true. So even in the trailer, you have a Soldier 76 about to pop ult, and then she literally just teleports away from it, so she's out of the line of fire, which is super cool. Very interested to see like the cooldown ratio on it, how that's gonna go with it.
Yeah, there was another one too where she like teleported behind Reinhardt's shield.
Yes, so there's a whole battle initiating, and she's actually the front runner line.
Yeah.
And what she does is like a really cool move at King's Row.
Yes. Yeah.
Right at the beginning, first capture point to kind of put a perspective on it. So obviously you have a Reinhardt shield right out the gate there, and a Zenyatta giving him a orb buff for healing. She literally blinks behind both of them, throws a healing massive orb on the group that's charging up in front of the Reinhardt, and then Merc kills the Zenyatta, which was so brutal. Yeah. Fully. I was very offended. I mean, listen, you can't give a Zenyatta orb that she has to someone else and then murder Zenyatta on my own trailer. I was very offended. So anyway. So then, last but not least, is her ult, which is definitely, I mean, all of her shit is super interesting. I'm not going to say this is the most interesting. I just thought it was very cool. Is she fires a fucking I'm a fire my laser where she fires a super beam that is mixed with yellow and purple.
Yep, and if it hits enemies, it does damage. If it hits
allies,
it heals them.
Which is super cool for a whole initiation thing.
Yep, and we don't know how much it heals per second.
And
we
same
don't know
thing
how
with
it's
damage.
Lost. We don't know how much, it's very different.
But yet again, too, we saw in the trailer, because it's a beam and it does label as a beam, it does go through shields.
Yes.
Because you see a Reinhardt put up a shield, and it's not his shield breaks, he dies purely from the damage of it.
Yep.
So that ult, to put in perspective, is probably the most similar to Hanzo's. It's not going through walls or anything crazy, at least that we saw. So it's not going cross-map or anything. It does have a limit for how far it can go. But yeah, for a beam like that, and it has a Hanzo-like property, but then also heals. Right. So it's fucking insane. I mean, this character looks nuts. I mean, we've seen...
She's gonna add some interesting aspects to the game.
I'm calling it right now, it's by far the new meta.
Oh, absolutely.
It's crazy, the ability she has. We've seen a lot of character announcements. I mean, we've had Orisa, we've had Sombra, we've had Ana... But goddamn, I've never seen a trailer where my jaw was just on the floor the whole time because of how many fucking OP abilities she has.
Yeah, she's just like, I mean, when we first heard of Orisa, I was just like, Jesus Christ, she's overpowered.
Yeah,
but like this is just like
this is insane.
This is like you take one thing from each of like probably the most versatile characters in each class.
Yeah.
And you put them together and it's just like, hey.
Well, what's even crazier is it's like, and also too, each of those features of those characters are what make them the most unique.
Yes.
Symmetra's most unique feature is like her beam gun. And I mean, like turrets and stuff.
Yeah,
Reaper's is his teleport. Fucking half his highlight intros are him blinking.
Yes.
Zenyatta fucking has orbs around him constantly. Like it's crazy.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's
very interesting.
It's nuts. But that's not even everything.
Yeah, that's not everything.
That's not even everything with Overwatch.
Then they announced Blizzard World, which is a map in it, which is going to be a hybrid map, which is going to have a capture point as well as a payload to escort.
Mm-hmm.
So very similar to King's Row.
Yes.
It's going to have... It's an amusement park that is based off of the other Blizzard properties.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see stuff from Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, World of Warcraft, StarCraft.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very, very interesting to play through. I can't wait. Moira is going on the PTR sometime in like the next couple weeks.
Soon.
Which is surprising. Yeah, she'll be out on regular PC and consoles by the end of the year. The map will go into PTR after she's out, and then will be released on consoles and regular PC come springtime. Yeah, springtime 2018.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still not everything, because they announced skins to go along with the Blizzard World stuff.
Which is like, I mean, next to Moira is like the most hype.
Yeah, they did skins for each one of the characters that are also based off of other Blizzard properties.
Well, not just really, not every character so far.
Right.
They've talked. I mean, what offhand, like 8?
Yeah, there's 8 of them.
The whole thing is so they talked about 8 character skins, and then what's also super interesting is though they flat out said that this is not all of them.
Yeah, well, this isn't it. They did say that every single character was getting a new emotes.
Yes.
As well as some of them will be getting new highlight intros.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we've got Crusader Reinhardt. There's Butcher Roadhog. There's Nova Widowmaker that makes her look like Mercy. It's insane. Like, there's just so much going on with it. She looks just like Mercy!
She looks like Nova, because that's what Nova...
Right, but she looks just like Mercy.
See,
her face looks like Mercy.
But what I'm saying is, you're even wording everything wrong, because what you really then want to say is Mercy looks like Nova, because Nova's
I know that.
OG.
Yes, I know.
Just to clarify, because fans are going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, anyway, but then...
I mean, when I saw it, I thought it was Nova Mercy. Not Widowmaker. Like
but it's a sniper. It had to be Widowmaker.
Yeah, but it's just like it's just.
And one interesting thing about that one, as opposed to the other skins, that Nova skin fully feels like a full new character model.
Yeah, it's a brand
not
new
just a reskin. Yeah. And that's just from looking at it, but it really does look a full new character. The other detail about it, though, that Blizzard did talk about, which I loved for those new skins, is they are all going to be part of 2018's just original standard loot boxes.
Yep.
They're not a new it's not a new loot box. It's not a new event. It's just something.
It's kind of like when they put out like the 2 Reinhardt skins that were legendary that you can get whenever.
Exactly.
And, like, the 1 Bastion
with like the new map and stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Exactly. They're doing it just as an announcement like that. I'm gonna be interested though, because of how much better and way more on point these skins look. If they're gonna be 1,000. Currency, if it's gonna be 3K,
it might be 1,000.
If it's 1, I'm buying them all like in a heartbeat. It's like, why even bother? I'll just buy the loot boxes. So that pretty much. I mean, that was the coolest thing. Yeah. That pretty much covered most.
Yeah.
So Jeremy, I know we were kind of jumping around though. What are we looking forward to next week?
So we're continuing on with the festival stuff.
Yep.
So we're gonna have there's gonna be smaller titles that come out. So we'll do another episode plus announcements and stuff. I'm sure will happen.
Yep.
But the next couple of things that we're gonna be talking about are the Xbox One X, which comes out on Tuesday.
Huge.
We got the Need for Speed coming out. Need for Speed Payback. There's a deluxe edition and regular edition.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Forces is coming out. Lego Marvel, Battlefront. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming out. So
bunch of stuff. All right, everybody. So really quick, just before we finally wrap up this episode. You're probably asking yourselves too, because it's like, hey, Nick and Jeremy, it's November 5th. A lot of fucking cool games came out, like Mario and Assassin's Creed and Wolfenstein and Call of Duty.
We can't do a review if we don't play them. So we have to play them. So that's what we're doing.
But most importantly as well, if for some reason even you keep checking out the podcast and you're like, why the fuck haven't they brought this up? I find that super weird. That is because, for some reason, if you don't already know, we're doing a whole festival of releases for this month and a little bit of next month. Covering all the epic, awesome fucking AAA titles and just some cool games we fucking love playing.
Yep.
We're going to be covering those in individual episodes and essentially doing our own kind of talking over, review, or just even our experience. Yeah. Exactly, depending on the game. So you can always... Yeah, exactly. So you can always check those out. We have individual episodes. They'll be uploaded the second we get done playing them and
put do the actual review.
Exactly. So always check up on that.
Because especially with these big games like Mario and Assassin's Creed, Wolfenstein, Call of Duty, we don't want to put up like, oh hey, the game's out, so like we played it for like 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Like, we want to put ample time into them to be able to put up a review for you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. One thing me and Jeremy have always been super poignant on, especially just at least between us, is we don't really... I mean, we can talk about our opinions of games. Me and you, like, we never like putting numbers on stuff until we really feel like we've gotten the full experience. Like, Wolfenstein, I absolutely did not want to put a number on until I 100% beat that game. Like, then I felt okay about it. Or especially, too, with certain games, too, like RPGs, for example. Like, I can't give a good review unless I put at least, like, 25 hours, and that's not even sometimes definition enough of fully even understanding.
I like to at least give it 10 hours, because I feel like if I'm going to give it a rating out of 10, I should have 10 hours into it, because 10 hours is a good enough time to feel like this is bad or this is good.
For most standard games. Because you're not on big on RPGs. So when you say that too, people were like, oh. No. So anyway, guys.
It's like, RPGs, I'll do 10 hours and then finally reach the end of the tutorial. It's like, great. Thanks.
Cut to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, cut to Assassin's Creed. 7 hours, there's the title sequence.
Oh, man. So anyway, guys, if you've been hearing all that and you're like, wow, I want to check some of those things out, you can always check out all of our upcoming videos by hitting the subscribe button. Always helps us out, lets us know you guys are super interested. We always like putting out a bunch of content for you guys as well, and we'd love for you guys to absorb all of that information. As well, if you want to know when exactly each day, minute, second, we're putting out each of those videos, you can hit the notification button right next to the subscribe button.
A little bell.
Exactly. Lets us know that you guys obviously still, yet again care, and you guys get all the update information. You don't have to wait for us to talk about it on the next episode and then miss out. So that always helps out. So yet again, guys, to wrap it up, it's episode 28, November 5th, 2017, in case you have crazy ADD and forget everything. On that note, guys, good evening, good night, and as always, good luck. Have a good one, guys.
See you guys.